Okay, so welcome back. Now, in this video, I'm going to discuss more analytics by analyzing the graph of the general or variations of the basic sine and cosine functions. So going back to this, so we understand, just going back to our transformations, we understand that when we're outside the function, right, in these cases, when we add or subtract a constant outside a function, right, that is a vertical shift. So if we're adding, if d is positive, right, then we're moving up. If d is negative, then we're shifting down. Okay? If c, right, so again, now here's where we have to be careful. When we're inside the function, especially with the b, now b is 1, then we look at c and we obviously see that this is a horizontal shift to the right or the left depending on c, right? So go back to what we've done before with transformations. If c is positive, then this is a horizontal shift to the left. If c is negative, then this is a horizontal shift to the right. Okay? But and if b is 1, then that's really all it turns out. It's c units left to right. But if b is not 1, then it's not exactly just looking at c, right? Because remember, b affects whether it's a horizontal compression or expansion, right, or stretch. So that's going to affect the way the graph shifts. Okay? So what we have to do is we have to rewrite this inside so that it becomes clear what the shift is going to be. Okay? Because if b is anything other than 1, then it's not going to be just considering that this is a shift. Now again, you could take this piece by piece and say, okay, it's a shift to the right, and then you can do the compression, right? But if we can rewrite this where it's going to be a lot easier to graph because we'll be able to get all the information in one number. Okay, so let me explain. Let's rewrite this. Let's rewrite this top one. And let's rewrite this as a sine. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out the b. And so what happens if I factor out the b? What do I get left inside? I get x minus c divided by b plus d. Now I didn't change the function. I just rewrote this in a different form. Okay? Now likewise, let me rewrite the cosine function. Okay, now since I have the b outside this, right? Now I can use this number here, and this is going to tell me how to shift the graph. Now I still have my horizontal compression or stretch here, right? But now I know exactly because I've separated these two. So this is what we call the phase shift, okay? So the phase shift which is equal to c divided by b. And again, if c is positive, this is a shift to the left. If c is negative, this is a shift to the right. Okay? But this is what we call the phase shift. And that tells you the phase, meaning if I shift it this way or this way, that's how much it's actually shifting when it goes as far as the period. Okay? What else? I think that's it. So again, just make sure whatever you're given in a problem that you're able to just either, if it's given to you like this, you can write it like this, or just remember the phase shift is just C divided by B. Okay, if you remember that, then you'll be fine. Okay, take care. We'll come back and do some examples.